Hello guys, welcome to another video brought to you by Riyadh Quba, an English teacher. So this is our third broadcast for today and I am very happy, I'm very excited to be with you guys. And in this broadcast we have something different. But before that, I would like to give you an idea again about my YouTube channel, especially for those who have joined us. So this is a 100% educational YouTube channel. On this channel you will find online lessons, writing videos teaching you how to write in a good way, and other videos on how to deal with the language exercises. So these are some of the screenshots that about some of the videos that I have created this year. And if you want more information about any type of writing, whether it is a postcard, a letter of complaint, a speech, a biography, or whatever, you name it, we have it. So you can find videos teaching you how to write effectively. So this is some of the screenshots again of some of the lessons. So the first two screenshots are about a lesson entitled Space Tourism, and the third one is about how to write a speech. So I wanted, or the good thing about these videos is that I have tried to put the lessons in their proper context so that the students can understand the lesson really well. Again, I have said, or I said earlier, that this four-part series is about the common mistakes that students usually make when they answer the reading comprehension questions, the language exercises, as well as the writing tasks. So please consider watching this series before your exam. So this is, as I said earlier, the third broadcast. So we've had two live lessons so far. The first one was from 3 to 4 p.m. and the second one was about 5 to 6. You can watch the other broadcasts later on if you want, in which we revise the reading comprehension and the language exercises. But this broadcast, or in this broadcast, we are going to deal with the writing tasks. So let's get into it. So we know that the language or the writing section is composed of two main parts. What are they? So the first one is called guided writing. It means you are guided. So the students do not have a lot of freedom to write what they want. In fact, they should stick to the prompts, to the ideas suggested in the question. So they are not supposed to add new information, new ideas to the question. So this is why it is called a guided writing task. And the second one, it's called free writing. It means you can write about anything you want as long as you stick to the topic itself. So the first one is out of 4 for the scientific sections and out of 5 for the arts section. So before dealing with this writing task, I'm going as usual to give you some tips to do this exercise. So the first one is, please follow me carefully, because I'm giving you like the most important ones and very useful tips and strategies to write a good paragraph. So of course, the first one, you have to read the notes carefully more than once. More than once. Why? To figure out what the topic is about and what the notes are. So let's do this together. So use the information in the table below to write a 4-line paragraph about the 5-a-day campaign. So it's about the 5-a-day campaign. And by the way, this was a baccalaureate exam writing task. So it was suggested probably a couple of years ago, so I wanted to use it as a sample to teach you how to deal with this writing task. So read the notes carefully more than once to figure out what the topic. So the topic is about the 5-a-day campaigner. So this is one. This is in the lesson, the first lesson in module 4, entitled Life Concerns. So let's read the prompts or the notes that we have. So here we have what. What is? What is the 5-a-day campaigner? So it's about the content of this 5-a-day campaign. So a campaign encourage people have a healthy diet, a healthy balanced diet. And of course, when we have these slashes, it means that there is a missing word, and it's students' role to add a couple of words, just a couple of words, to make the sentence easy to understand and coherent. So this is the first one. How? It's about the way, the manner. So how can we have this balanced and healthy diet? And of course, why, which means the reasons. So here we have 2 reasons. So the how, we have people advised eat 5 portions of fruit and vegetables a day, regular basis. So this is how. Then we have the reasons. What are the reasons? Fruit and vegetables rich minerals and fiber. And the second one, they efficient, prevent 20% deaths, improve memory. So this is the first thing. You have to read the notes carefully and to figure out what the topic is about. Then it is advisable to read the notes again and try to develop the sentences in your head. So this is very, very important. Don't write any sentence right now. So just read the notes again and try to develop these notes into a meaningful and coherent sentence. Okay? I would like you to do that with me now. Try to develop these notes in your heads and think about a coherent sentence. The third tip here is use all the notes you have. And when I say that, because when we correct the baccalaureate exam, we find that students forget to use some notes, and this is a common mistake. So you will be penalized, let's say, because you didn't use all the notes. So here when we say all, it means all. Don't forget any word. Do not add new information. Why do I say that? Because sometimes students, when they read the question and they let's say the question is about something that the students had already revised. So they think that when they add new information, they will get a better grade. In fact, if you add new information, and even if this new information is 100% and very good, you will get penalized and punished by degrading your or deducing your grade. So please don't add any new information. Just stick to what you have in the question. So we want to know how creative the student is when they use these notes and provide a very good paragraph. So this is what the students are expected to do. Next, punctuate your sentences. This is a very big problem, actually. Sometimes when we correct the baccalaureate exam, students use all the notes in one sentence, and literally in one sentence, and I really mean it. Right from the beginning to the end of the paragraph there is no punctuation mark. No. So this is a very big problem. So again, write simple sentences. And I advise you here, this is my personal recommendation as far as this question is concerned. So you have here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lines. And the question suggests writing 4 lines, a 4-line paragraph. I advise you to write 1 sentence for each line and try to link between these ideas, as we will see later, to be on the safe side. This is what you should be. Is it clear? Very good. Moving on to the mistakes you should avoid. And again, I told you earlier that I have a video about the common mistakes that students usually make. And all of these mistakes are illustrated by real examples from students writing or from students' essays. So please watch the video to be familiar and to be aware of these mistakes. First, avoid writing long sentences. So please, again, write short sentences. Don't make the examiner feel tired when they read or when he or she reads your paragraph. Make it simple. Write simple sentences. I repeated more than once. Please write 1 sentences. It's very tiring for the examiner to read your paragraph 3 or 4 or 5 times just to get the main idea of your paragraph. If you don't make things simpler for the teacher or easier for the teacher, so this will reduce your chances of getting a good grade. So write short sentences instead of long sentences. Avoid having 2 subjects. What do I mean by that? So right from the beginning, the student starts the paragraph this way. The 5-a-day campaign, this is the subject. It is a campaign. So the 5-a-day campaign is a subject, and then it is another subject. So here they have 2 subjects. So here there is a problem with the structure of the sentence. And as we said in the previous broadcast, the sentence is composed of a subject, verb, complement. So write it down in the draft paper this way: subject, verb, complement, and try to fill in these different parts to be to maximize your chances of giving or writing a good paragraph. Then another common mistake: avoid missing verbs. So sometimes the students write the 5-a-day campaign, a campaign to encourage people. So where is the verb? So you should write the verb. This is also a very common mistake. Then we have spelling mistakes. What do I mean by that? So of course no one is perfect, and you are going to make spelling mistakes, but here I'm talking about when the students copy from the question, from the prompts, from the table given to the answer space, and the students write incorrectly. So they spell the words from the table to the answer space. So this is what I mean by that, because if you make lots of such mistakes, you will not, or you don't have to expect to get a good grade. So at least you will make mistakes, spelling mistakes, but don't add these mistakes. So instead of making 10 spelling mistakes, you will just do 5 at least. Okay, and when you do less, of course you will have a better grade. The next one is subject verb agreement. And I will show you what this means. It means that the subject and the verb, for example, you have the subject plural, the students write a singular verb. But if the subject is singular, they write a plural verb form. So again, this is a common mistake. Now, after being aware of these mistakes, we will start together writing our first paragraph. So let me show you how to write things appropriately. So here we have, let's start with the subject. So what is the topic of this question? So the 5 hyphen a day. So you see, I am capitalizing the A D. So it's already written this way. So the 5 a day campaign this is the subject. Is, this is the verb. 1 that encourage people to have a healthy and balanced diet. You see now, 1 is singular. So this is what I mean by the subject verb agreement. So because here I have a singular subject, so I should have a singular verb form, encourages. So here students forget to add s. So please, after writing your paragraph, at least give yourself like spend like 5 minutes to proofread, to read your essays or your essay and paragraph at least once to find these mistakes. So you see here, for the first line, I have written 1 sentence, and then I have a full stop. I started with a capital letter. Let's move on now to the second line. How? People advise eat 5 portions of fruit, vegetables a day, regular basis. So advised, it's like it's a past participle. It's a simple past verb. It can be simple past verb, but here we are going to use it in the passive voice. So people. So again, I'm going to start with the capital letter. People. So you see the slash here, are advised to eat 5 portions of fruit, and so you see I have added and here, and vegetables a day on a regular basis. So I have added on a regular basis. So you see, subject, verb, complement. Please make it simple. Okay, it's not very complicated to get a full the full mark. So next one, why? So now we are going to talk about the reasons. Here there are 2 options. whether you carry on with writing a sentence about the first point and the second point, but I suggest here that you can add like an introductory sentence for why, for example, or sometimes you can have the reasons, or you have the factors, or you have the benefits. So just it's like a topic, a topic sentence. I can say, for example, there are two main reasons behind this campaign. You see, so this is just an introductory sentence to the benefits that or to the reasons I am going to use. So the first one, again, capital letter. The first one is that they are rich in minerals and fiber. Full stop. This is one sentence. The second one is that they are efficient, comma, because here we have one idea, two ideas, and three ideas. So I will have to use a comma. So to keep the sentence parallel. So they are efficient, comma, prevent 20% of deaths and improve memory. Is it difficult? It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's very easy. You are not supposed to write in very advanced language. Make it simple. One sentence for each line, subject, verb, complement. Is it clear? I hope so. So again, I have to read my paragraph again and check, for example, the spelling mistakes. I have to check if I have a missing verb. I have to check the subject-verb agreement, and I have to check my punctuation. So here, as you can see, I have a full stop here. I have a full stop here, full stop here, full stop here, and so on. So it's a then I have all the verbs here. Is, it's fine there. Are, again. Prevent is the first one is, the second one is, and everything is fine. So I have to proofread what I have written. At least devote like 5 to 10 minutes at the end of the exam to go over the whole exam, and of course you revise what you have written, because no one is perfect. We can all make mistakes, but we have to make less mistakes. So this is the first task. It's very simple. You can get a full mark if you follow these tips and strategies. Is it clear? Thank you so much. Please give me your feedback in the comment section below. So this is the final answer. If you want to screenshot it, the 5-a-day campaign aims, so I can use aims here, aims at encouraging people to. So you see the words in red are the words that I have added. So I highlighted them. I kept them in red just to show you that you are not supposed to add a lot of words or ideas. So the 5-a-day campaign aims at encouraging people to have a healthy and balanced diet. So this is also another word added. People are advised to eat 5 portions of fruit and vegetables a day on a regular basis. People should opt for this type of diet because they are rich in mineral and fiber. They are also efficient, prevent 20% of deaths, and improve memory. So this is the final paragraph. So we are done with the first question. We will move on to another writing task, which is called the free writing task. And again, this was one probably an exam question suggested a couple of years ago, and it was about smoking. So let's first read the question together. The health club in your school is organizing an anti-smoking campaign. As a member of this club, you have decided to write an article for your school magazine in which you warn your schoolmates against the hazardous effects of smoking and give them some tips to quit this unhealthy habit. So this is my topic. So first I have to ask myself a couple of questions. So what is the topic of this writing task? It's about smoking. What is the type? Am I going to write a letter or a Facebook post or whatever? So it's about an article. Then what are the different parts that I have here? First, it's very important that you identify the parts of the writing. Sometimes you are given one part to talk about, and other times you have to write about 2 parts. So it depends on the topic. But unfortunately, students here, when once they get the exam paper, they wanted to check the writing task, the topic of the writing task. So, and they usually prepare something in advance. They prepare ideas, they prepare paragraphs, ready-made paragraphs, and I hate that when students read or learn or memorize by heart ready-made paragraphs. It's not about that. You should focus on how to write. It's not about memorizing ideas, because you are not supposed to write hundreds of arguments or ideas. Just 3 main ideas, but what makes a difference is the way you deliver these ideas. So that's very important, and we are going to show you that later on. So the first one, what is the first part? How many parts do I have here in this writing test? So again, please write it down in the comment section below. So the first one is warn your schoolmates. So number 1, I should have a paragraph about warning my school mates about the negative effects of smoking. Second paragraph or second part, it's about giving them advice to quit. Why is it important to do so? Because this writing for the scientific sections is out of 8. So it's divided, or the grade is divided this way. 3 for adherence. So we want to make sure if the student wrote about the topic suggested in the exam, covered all the parts or not. So we want to know if the students covered all the parts. So what do I mean by that? Here I have 2 parts. We want to know this part is about whether or not the students talked about the parts mentioned in the question. Then for the second one, it's about grammar, vocabulary. So, is it clear? So this is very, very important. So, but if you write only about one part, if you write about one part, and you should write about two parts, in this case, you will be graded out of 4. So be careful. Identify the different parts that you have, and then write about these parts. So once you have identified all of these parts, we will move on to this simple article, and we will identify its different parts. I know that this article is a little bit long. It's just a way because I just want to probably learn more about this topic and provide you with some ideas. But of course, in the exam, you are supposed to write a 12-line article. It shouldn't be this long. But what I want you is to focus on the structure of this article itself. So this is a simple answer to this article, and we will start now identifying its different parts. So how many parts do we need in this article? Is it 3, 4, or 5? As you can see right now, how many parts do I have? Again, write your answers in the comment section below. So my answer, we need 4 parts when we write an article. 4 main parts. The first one is a heading, a headline. Then we have an introduction. Then we have the body. So you see, we said earlier that we need 2 parts. This is the first one, and this is the second one. So we need 2 parts in my article. And of course, the third one is the conclusion. Every topic, every type of writing should include an introduction, a body, and a conclusion, whether it is an article, a Facebook post, a letter, or whatever it is. It should include 3 parts. But of course, the introduction of an article is not the same as the one of the letter, or as the one of the Facebook post. So it differs from one type of writing to another one. But these are the parts that you need. We will now read the introduction and identify its different parts. Over the past few years, smoking has become a deadly addiction. Unfortunately, it has become part and parcel of people's lives. In this article, I'm going to raise your awareness of the negative impacts of smoking and provide you with some tips to quit this unhealthy habits. So you see, this is a very short introduction. What have I included here? So these are the highlighted parts. So first, I have talked about the topic in general, and this is what we call the general background. This is the general background. You can start with a very simple sentence. Over the past few years, smoking has become a deadly addiction. I can just keep it this way. Maybe I can get rid of, unfortunately, it has become part and parcel of people's lives. I can just keep it simple, one sentence, an introductory sentence for the whole article. Then in this article, I'm going to raise your awareness about or of the negative effects of smoking and provide you with some tips to quit this unhealthy habit. So this is what we call the blueprint. State in your introduction what you will be talking about. Make it easier for the reader to know what you will be talking about. Please. Very important. One introductory sentence and then state what you will talk about in this article. So it is clear that I am going to raise my friends' awareness of the negative impacts of smoking. This is the first part, and provide some tips to quit this unhealthy habit. So we see here we have two parts, and I have mentioned what I am going to talk about in my introduction. You see, it's very simple. It's not that complicated. Moving on now to the body part, the first paragraph. Smoking can affect every part of your body. Again, I start with simple sentences. This is called a topic sentence. Topic sentence. What is the topic of this sentence? It's a smoking. What is it about? So now suppose we didn't have the rest of the paragraph. We just have smoking affect every part of your body. And I ask you, what is the paragraph about? You will say that I will talk about how smoking can affect every part of your body. So you see, the sentence should state what you will talk about in the paragraph. You see the structure? This is how we should write. It's not about having ideas and writing them down without any coherence. I hope that you get the message. Then, first, it can lead to vision loss. So it can affect your vision and your eyesight. Blindness, stinging, and excessive tearing and blinking. Okay, so this is the first argument. So after the supporting details, I have to support the topic sentence with details. The first main point, the second main point, and the third main point. You see here, I have first, second, and third. So these are my supporting details. First, second. Second, it can affect your brain and makes you twice as likely to die if you have a stroke. The more you smoke, the greater your risk of a stroke is. So this is an explanation. So when you give arguments, you have to explain these ideas. Third, if you are a heavy smoker, you will definitely be subject to progressive shortness of breath, a decline in lung functioning, chronic cough, and bronchitis. So here you see all of these arguments support my topic sentence. So if I say there are many negative effects of video games, so I should state what the negative effects are. After that, I finish with a concluding sentence. This is my concluding sentence. As you can see, smoking leads to a variety of effects on the body. This is a topic sentence, a concluding sentence. It's like restating the topic sentence in different words. It means repeat the topic sentence, but in different words. In the first paragraph, in the topic sentence, we said smoking can affect every part of your body. So you see, and then we said smoking can lead to a variety of effects on your body. So it's like a restatement, restate the topic sentence. So will you still keep smoking? I don't hope so. So this is the first part of my paragraph. Let's move on now to the second one. You might have been asking yourself how to stop smoking while reading this article. Again, I have to follow the same structure. a topic sentence, supporting details, and a concluding sentence. As simple as that. So here I started with you might have been asking yourself how to stop smoking while reading this article. Maybe the reader is asking how to stop that. So before reading the arguments, I would like to read the concluding sentence. So if you follow these tips, you will be able to quit. So it's a recap. I have summarized what the whole paragraph is about. So if you remember, in the question or the exam question states that we should provide tips. Tips. And when we say tips, it means advice. So let's see the advice I suggested here. The best time to quit smoking was the day you started. And the second best time to quit is today. Half of the smokers have managed to quit. So you can too. So here I'm trying to motivate the reader to stop smoking. You can. You can too. You can stop smoking. So it is recommended that you set a quick date to take things seriously. So you see this word here in or this expression in pink. So it expresses advice. It is recommended. Then you should also tell your friends and co-workers that you plan to quit. In addition, you had better plus base form. You had better remove cigarettes and other tobacco products from your home, car, and work. As beginnings are always hard, you ought to, it's also another one, you ought to talk to your doctor about quitting, about getting help to quit. So all of these. So here I am giving advice. I am suggesting some tips. Sometimes you can be asked to write about expressing your opinion. So you have to choose different opinion expressions and use them when you express your ideas and your arguments. So this is, for example, you can use I think, I believe, I reckon, personally speaking, as far as I am concerned, it goes without saying, I hold the opinion that, and every time when I use one of these expressions, I add my argument right after it. So you see how organized this article is. Of course, again, although it is long, this is just for the purpose of learning more ideas. But of course, in the exam, you just have to write no more than 12 lines. Moving on now to the last paragraph, which is a conclusion, or the conclusion. So, in a nutshell, I would like to highlight this word here, which means in conclusion. So, let me tell you something. Instead of using in conclusion to sum up, to summarize, and all of these kind of boring and repeated expressions and words, use advanced expressions, because when you use advanced expressions, you give the impression that you are a very good student, and this can help you get a good grade. So in a nutshell, which is a very advanced expression, I would like to remind you that if you do not give importance to your health today, and tomorrow your health will not give importance to you. So here you can use quotes. So this is a quote. Use quotes. Do yourself a favor and quit smoking cold turkey. It means quit right now without medical treatment. So cold turkey right now. So here it's a way to motivate the reader to quit smoking. If that wasn't for yourself, do yourself, do your children or your friends a favor. So maybe here it depends on the reader. If the reader is an adult, so you should say do your children a favor. But if you are addressing or you are talking with your friends, you can add here do your classmates a favor, because when you smoke, your child or your friend smokes too. So who is going to win, you or your cigarettes? This is called a rhetorical question. A rhetorical question is a way to attract the reader's attention. Of course, we don't ask this question because we don't know the answer, but we ask it just to draw the reader's or the audience's attention. You see? So what have I done here? I summarized the main points of the whole article. Again, I summarized the whole or the main ideas of the article. So I hope everything is clear for you. Just one point here. We said that an article should include a headline. So I'm going now to show you and teach you how to write a very good headline. So your headline should be catchy. It should be, let's say, short. It should be to the point, to attract the reader to read your article. So let's see now the first type. The first one is what we call the question headline. I'm going to show you three, but you don't have to use all of them. Use only one of them. The first one is the question headline. What do I mean by that? It means I can write a headline in a question format. So for example here, if my newspaper article was about space tourism, I can say, what are the advantages of space tourism? So you see one question and the answer will be in the article. So I can start with a very simple question. The second one, it's called the numbered headline. It means I have to use a number here. 3 disadvantages of space tourism. So it means that my article will include 3 disadvantages of space tourism. If you say 3, you must include 3. If you say 4, you must include 4 arguments in your article. If you say 2, you must include at least 2 or 2, not at least. Okay? So this is very important. So my headline is 3 disadvantages of space tourism. And the last one, the how-to headline. So again, as you can see, how to plus verb. How to fix a problem. How to spend millions of dollars without any tangible results. How to travel around the world. How to get a good grade. How to succeed in your baccalaureate exam. How to stop smoking. How to write catchy newspaper headlines. So all of these are 3 different types of writing a good headline. line. Something before moving on to practice. We have what? W, A, S, T, T, D, S, T, W, T, R, D, M. So you must capitalize the first letter of the main words. The main words of the headline, the first letter of the main word must be capitalized. Clear? Let's move on to practice. So write headlines about these topics. Now I would like you to interact with me. Write your answers in the comment section below. So here we have the first topic. Living in the city or living in the countryside. So suppose I have a topic which is about whether living in the city or living in the countryside, and I'm going to write a newspaper article about this topic. So I'm going to use the question headline. So what is your suggestion here? Write it down in the comment section below. My suggestion is what are the benefits of living in the city? So this is one question. What are the benefits of living in the city? So this is a question. Another one, maybe I can ask, which do you prefer? Living in the city or living in the countryside? So again, I have to capitalize P. Which do you prefer, living in the city or living in the countryside? So this is one way. Another one. So how can we answer a question with the how-to headline? How to live a comfortable life. So this is another headline. The answer is in the article. The numbered headline, very simple. So again, write your answers in the comment section below for this one. 3 reasons why you should live in the countryside. So you see, I have to mention 3 reasons then in my article. Let's move on to the last example. So to save the planets, so I'm going to suggest solutions to put an end to the problem of global warming. So for example, I can start with the how-to headline. How to put an end to global warming. So this is a headline. Another one with the numbered headline. 3 or 4 or whatever you want, one of them, solutions to reduce the impacts of global warming. So this is another one. As you can see, I have capitalized these letters. Great. Let's move on to the question headline. I would say here simply, what are the solutions to put an end to global warming? You see, it's very easy, it's very clear. I hope that you have enjoyed this lesson. So we've come to the end of these revision lessons. I hope that you have enjoyed them, and I hope that you have found them very useful. So please keep in touch. Of course, I will be going on live on a weekly basis, probably to give other lessons. What I would like you to do is to share these lessons with your friends and this YouTube channel so that your friends can make the most of these lessons. And of course, I would like you to subscribe to the channel so that you can get notified every time whenever I upload a new video or every time I go live. So thank you so much for watching this revision lessons. So I wish you all the best for in your exams, and I wish you all the best. So thank you so much again. Love and peace. Riyadh.